Welcome back, Combat Maquina podcast. Long time no talk. Quick shout out to our sponsors, La Cultura, Fight Culture, for everything that we are on social media. Also, Dean's Painting. Shout out to Dean Larson. If you guys need any commercial, residential, or custom painting work, give a shout out to Dean. Let him know we sent you. Real quick, I am going to be bringing on our guest for today, Carlos Rivera. What's up, my brother?
Hey, how you doing, carnal?
All right, man. I was just going to give you a big old intro right now. I was going to be like matchmaker extraordinaire y que la fregada.
Dale.
You didn't let me, bro. You jumped the gun, vato.
Oh, sorry, man. I was going to ask you a question.
No, it's all good, bro. So, today we wanted to bring on matchmaker Carlos Rivera from Victorville, California. He works. We started working with him in King of the Cage, and we really hit it off. I consider him a team member, a family, a friend, so wanted to bring him on the podcast and kind of introduce him to our people and kind of put the spotlight on you, Carlos, because you've helped us out a lot, man, when finding fights when we were like, who's out there? Who wants a piece of a Maquina, and you've made it happen, man. So, just want to give you a moment.
I appreciate it.
Just want to give you a moment.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you guys. And we work very well together. I like treating everybody with the highest respect, and you do the same, so I appreciate you.
Yeah, no, man. We've had other folks out here, but as far as my pro athletes, Esteban and Aaron, man, you've really kind of
you've been a great asset.
You've been
Carlos.
A great asset.
This is Esteban, by the way. How you doing?
Hey, Esteban, ¿cómo estás?
Bien.
Yeah,
good to hear.
So yeah, man. So my understanding is you're a matchmaker, but you jump around to promotions. So like one of my first questions was your experience is how many years you've been doing matchmaking, and how many different organizations have you had the pleasure to work with?
Okay, so I've been matchmaking full time for 14 years now.
Dang.
What I mean full time is this is my sole and only job is matchmaking. So I currently matchmake for 6 different organizations, which are King of the Cage, Clinch Fight Club in the Pacific Northwest. I do Fight Club OC in California. I do Gladiator Fighting Championship in Chicago. I do Arena Wars. It's a new one. The Arena Wars is the one I'm in today. Actually,
yeah.
I got a show today in Clackamas, Oregon.
Clackamas, Oregon.
And then I do International War Games in California. So I do all 6 of those, but it keeps me definitely busy. I just did a Fight Club OC on Thursday. We jumped on a plane yesterday morning, and came out to Oregon for the weigh-ins yesterday, and we have the show tonight.
I know. I just woke your ass up a little while ago.
I know. If you would have woke me up, I don't know what time I would have got up. So gracias.
Yeah, no. Well, it's funny because I told you that's kind of one of the questions that that I was going to ask you is, man, what keeps you going and giving the energy that you give to these promotions and the fighters that you communicate with and in contact, because I mean you've helped us locate doctors for medical work. You really kind of honestly, man, you bend over backwards and to try to accommodate and get these cards put together, man. So where do you find the energy, man?
Well, remember, first and foremost, it's all about familia, my family, man. I gotta keep it going for my family. This is how I make my money. So it's either I can make a little bit of money, or I can push to make the most I can. And not only that, it's building these fighters, man. So some of these fighters, some of the teams, they give so much into it as well. And then we start building, groups of guys together, and we start kind of, man, I want to see him grow. Hey, I want to see him do good. And I think that's what keeps me going. It's the I help this guy, especially when they get to the UFC. It's like, man, I was part of that journey.
Yeah.
and I like being part of the journey because I meet guys like Esteban, your fighter. Man, we've become like you said, like it's a family.
No, yeah, we're friends, bro. We're friends. Yeah, you know, and it's really hard to find in this fight game because of the egos that kind of, you know, it's people can say what they want, but at the end of the day, you know, to want to be the best, it isn't an egotistical endeavor, but it doesn't have to be, and that's the way we look at it, and kind of like that's one of the reasons I think we've hit it off a lot is that you're willing to work with everybody, you know, as long as they're willing to also, you know, work with you and you know, stick to their words like we have, you know, because when we tell you we're going to do something, you can bank on that it's going to get done.
Absolutely, and that makes great sense because you're absolutely right. When not only we're building, you know, all these, you know, fighters going, you know, different shows and stuff, but by me matchmaking in 6 different organizations, I can make sure that I could book fighters. So when teams like your team or whatever team calls me and says, hey, I need my fighter busy, I can do that because of all the organizations I do work for.
No,
so I like being that guy, the one that, man, Carlos helps out, man. He does, you know. I like being that guy. I want to be part of growth of everybody. I like seeing everybody grow. I'm one of those, like, you know, if you called me and said, "Oh, you did. You called me and said that you bought a brand new truck," I'm like, "Hell yeah, man! That's what I'm talking about."
Well,
I like that stuff.
Success breeds success, bro. I'm a true believer of that. Success breeds success, you know. And in order for success to breed success, there has to be genuine, you know, good faith and personal interest in people wanting people to succeed. And I'm totally like that, man. So it's like whenever I succeed, we all succeed. When Esteban succeeds, everybody succeeds. When Tay succeeds, everybody. When Aaron succeeds, we all do. When Johnny does, and it's like it's something that I think the fight game needs more of that. You know, it needs more of that interdependence, you know, because without each other, you know, we don't develop. You know, we don't get matches. We don't get opportunities. You know, you're a big reason of why Esteban's been able to put together a 3-fight win streak at 125 pounds. You know, you're a huge reason why we've been able to revitalize Aaron Klingart's career. You know, you gave Johnny his first fight on his 18th birthday, man. It's like, for me, that shit that transcends, you know, there's a business behind it, but I think there also has to be relationships. Mm-hmm. And
absolutely,
there has to be a certain amount of trust because, you know, like you said it earlier, man, we're training our asses off. We're taking years off of our life to do this.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And anybody that appreciates and looks at it the way you do, it's like it validates the sacrifice and the work that we put in, man. So, you know,
for sure. Not only that, you know, the fighters they're away from their families, training. They're taken away from their own personal life, their families, whatever it is, just to try to make it in this game.
Oh no,
and I understand that.
You miss a lot, you know. I've been on this obsession quest of building champions for the last 10 years, man. And you know, you've given me an opportunity to express and exercise that with my guys. That's, like I said, I'm a loyal guy. I'm from the last century, man. I ain't with this 21st century shit. You know,
yes, I agree.
I'm from the honor and loyalty and staying true to your word and standing on business. So you've been a huge asset to Team Maquina. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on the podcast, because I don't celebrity search for this stuff, man. I'm not a podcaster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm a fucking knucklehead fighter that just so happened to turn into a coach and a businessman. And I'm still working on the business aspect of it because I wish we could just fight everybody.
That's right. That's right. But let me interrupt you if I can for 1 minute.
Absolutely, bro.
I want to say, I think the success of being a matchmaker for me is my wife, Elva. She works in all the shows that I work at. She's the head of operations. I'm the matchmaker. So between us both, we can just succeed in this business for sure.
I'm glad you mentioned Elva because I was going to as well. You know, Elva's the reason that I find our flights, man. Elva's the reason.
That's right.
Elva's a freaking savage.
Dude, she's a freaking saint, bro.
She is a
and if
beast.
anybody says anything bad about Elva, I will fucking personally whoop their ass. You know? She's a fucking queen. So we absolutely, you are absolutely right. Wherever you need that little extra push, Elva's right there, right behind you. And they say behind every great man stands a great woman. And that's absolutely correct, bro. So
I agree.
We gotta give
I agree.
Yeah. So if Elva's there, hey, what's up, Ma? We gotta give her flowers too, man. Thank you for that was a good interruption, man, because it had me focus on the fact that you're right. Elva does a lot for us too, man. So we appreciate you guys. So
I appreciate it. I'll let her know. Remember, I told you she jumped in the shower before me.
No. I needed to get you. I needed to get you on this call. I needed to get you on this call for at least 10 minutes, man. So thanks for not jumping your stank ass in the shower and sharing a few words with us.
Not a problem, man. Like I said, talking about Elva is, we travel together, we work together. People say, damn, how do they stay together all this time? We've been married over 30 years. So
that's beautiful.
We're strong and going. And I appreciate all her work. She does the medicals, which some of these states are just crazy. California,
all the
dude. Medicals the fighters need just to fight in California.
I'm telling you, 2 weeks ago when we were running around Pasadena and San Pedro, without Elva, I don't know that would have happened. We would have struggled, man. So you're right. You're absolutely right.
And those type of things, I think, you gotta like paperwork and talking with the fighters, setting up their appointment and stuff like that. And I'm a little different than that, so I'm glad that I have someone that does that.
Oh no, bro, I'm a fucking dude. I'm a caveman. I'm a caveman when it comes to shit like that. So any and all help that assistance that I can get, absolutely. We don't want to downplay that. It's folks like you guys is why we're even able to express ourselves in the violent way we love to express ourselves. So hats off to both of you guys, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Gracias. We appreciate it, and we like I said, our whole goal is to just build these fighters, see them succeed in whatever they want to succeed in. Every fighter is different. There's some fighters that they don't want to go to UFC and stuff like that. There's some fighters just want to do it because it's either a bucket list or they just want to see how far they can go or stuff like that. But we like being a part of that journey.
Yeah,
and we feel like we were a part of that journey in many different fighters, and we feel we get to meet so many different people in all these states that we travel to, and we meet more and more people, and that's awesome.
You've taken us to Jim's Monster Fit in Portland, Oregon. You've embraced us like family, and like I said before, it's like we're still doing this, so we're in the process of this because we're always hunting. Maquinas are always looking for fights, bro. You know that. So
yes, I know.
To have you on our side is unquestionable, an unquestionable and undeniable asset, bro. So
well, let me tell you something about Maquina, the King Maquina. You guys make it you guys are a matchmaker's dream.
Thank you.
I think we talked about this before, and I'm going to explain why. There has not been one time that you have declined a fight that I've sent you. Not once. And then when sometimes I send you opponents and I'm like, look, this is probably going to be the main event. This is probably going to be, you're fighting a really tough local fighter. And your response is always like, that's what we want.
Yeah.
We want to fight the best. We want to fight those. And I'm like, dude, they're not built like you guys. It's like you really want to fight the best fighters.
Bro, what a legend in the UFC, Matt Brown, said one time. And I will never forget this. He said, if you fight long enough, everybody will know who you are. And that's how we feel, bro. Is that we don't want to we're not super good on social media, so we don't like posturing for social media or making like videos that make us look all tough or nothing. Like we want our actual the bodies we leave in the wake to be the story that is told. You know what I'm saying? And when you're a Maquina, bro, I mean, I know that there's people out there with a nickname machine and shit like that, but the reality is when you're a Maquina, all right, derived from the Mexican fucking warrior culture. If you're a Maquina, bro, you can't say no.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. And I'm here to agree with you 100% only by experience. You
That's
guys
awesome.
never say no. And then when I tell you, hey, this guy's undefeated. This guy's beating everybody in that area. You guys say, that's the guy we want.
Yep.
Book it.
Yep.
Send me contract. That's what you tell me.
Yeah.
Send me the contract. And I love that, man. That's a matchmaker dream.
Yeah. So hey, any matchmakers or promotions out there that are looking for fights? Carlos works hard for us, but if you guys want to give us a try on your cards, understand that we're there to put on a show. We're there to express the Maquina combat way of fighting, and we don't just want to do it on a regional scene. I want my fighters to be world renowned as being the toughest dogs in this fight game. Straight up, bro. It's the championships, the accolades, the attention, the followers. Like, I don't worry about any of that shit. The only thing I worry about is about the everyday grind, the blood, sweat, and there ain't many tears around here because this is the fight game. But there's a lot of blood and there's a lot of sweat and there's a lot of pain, man. And we don't want to sugarcoat that.
Yes.
People sign up to fight with us. It's going to be the toughest fight of their life. And if they're lucky enough to catch us with a shot, good for them. Kudos to them. I wish them luck in the rest of their career. There's no losses over here. When you're a Maquina, there's only lessons and there's only advancement and there's only the next step. That's it. There's no thought of failure, of losing, of not being good. Like, we don't. That, to me, that's internal noise, and we don't have time for that shit.
That's right. That's right.
So, yeah, man. So
without gyms like your guys's, without people that help me bring this together, I can't do this alone. It's a hard business. MMA is a hard business. For those that are starting out, just know that it's hard. You're gonna sweat. You're gonna work hard to do it. But I just want to give a few shout outs to some of the guys that helped me out in the Pacific Northwest. We got Brandon Miller, which is the owner and the manager of American Top Team. Without his team in the Pacific Northwest, I wouldn't be able to put on so many shows. He has a very big school, and I put so many guys on there.
I'll tell you what, you've introduced me personally to Brandon, and man, I really like Brandon. I really like the team. I really love that, he's willing to put his guys against my Maquinas,
Yes.
And it's this respect and understanding that without each other, iron can't sharpen iron. Without more iron, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you're absolutely right.
And what's good about that is I can have all these close friends, all these managers and coaches that I work with, and at the end of the day, it's not who wins or loses. It's a great fight is what I'm looking for. A great fight.
A show.
So I'm not, I'm never one-sided. Oh, I want to see him win. I want to see him, even my son fights, and I'm not one-sided. He tells me, Pops, when I fight, I want a war.
Yeah.
I want to walk out of there bloody and win, lose, or draw for him. He just wants to have a war.
Yeah.
And I kind of adopted that mentality of his was, damn, he's right. He's right. It's not about who wins, loses, or draws. It's about how hard they fight in that cage.
Because at the end of the day, you're leaving a piece of yourself out there.
Absolutely. Let the dog out. Let the dog out.
I've personally trained with Brandon and Sin Miedo. I tell you what, that's absolutely true to his name, man. He's a dog, and like I said, if we didn't have so much distance, I guarantee between Brandon, you and Elva and the sick Mexican fighters over in Coachella Valley.
Absolutely,
man, these
those
are the
my
type
boys
of people
too,
that
Eric and Toro.
Yeah, no, hey, Coach Toro, shout out to sick Mexican fighters. To me, they're our fight brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. I was going to mention them next in California. Without teams like that, sick Mexican fighters with Eric and with Toro,
yep.
We all travel together. Renee from SoCal Fight Factory, guys that we kind of started building a relationship only because we travel so much together.
Yeah.
I think without all these coaches that give their heart and soul as well to their fighters, man, MMA wouldn't be what it is. And there's enough out there for all of us.
Yeah.
All the other matchmakers, hey man, there's enough out there for all of us. That's why I talk with so many different matchmakers. They call me, hey, you think you can help me fill this? And I do the same. And without that, man, there's enough shows. Let's work together, man. Let's get all these fighters busy.
Yeah.
Let them fight as much as they want to fight.
Yeah.
Let's get them going, man. At the end of the day, we're gonna grow people.
Well,
it's not about.
It's like you say. Look, the way I look at it is everything creates a ripple, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything creates some sort of opportunity for somebody, and being the nobodies that prepare for anybody. That's all we're looking to do, man. Is I've used the metaphor is everybody thinks about the rock hitting the water, but nobody thinks about the ripples that it causes. You know what I'm saying? And when we go out and we do shit, we want to put on a show. We want to be humble warriors. We want to, work well with the people around us, our opponents, because we're not just throwing a rock in the water, man. We're creating a ripple. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
And it's the beautiful part of the game that I don't think the mainstream media actually puts a light on. And the fact that, we're talking about it today, that's what I wanted to do in this podcast, is shed the light on the other side, the behind the scenes kind of stuff, that without that, you don't get to watch these fighters in the UFC and the LFA and the PFL. There's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes. There's a lot of petty stuff, and there's a lot of kind of bitch-made stuff behind the scenes too. But there's also this kind of wholesome kind of professionalism that also needs to. We need to shed a little light on that, man, because we are where we're at, and I believe we're headed to where we're going based off that. And this is the type of business in the fight game that Team Maquina wants to do. We don't have any ill will towards anybody, but at the same time, don't fuck with us. Be straight up. If you say it, fucking do it. And that's all there is to it. And everything you've said, you've done. Everything we've said, we've done. So, man, let's just keep this fucking train going, bud.
Absolutely. Can I give one more shout out?
Absolutely, bro. You can give as many shout outs as you want. You got the mic, homie.
Hey, so just want to again just recognize managers that I work with a lot, and there's one manager I work with a lot that throughout all my shows he always sends me fighters. That's Roman from Roman Athletics in Las Vegas.
Okay, yeah. Actually, you hooked us up. Because July 11th, Esteban El Guapo Gonzalez will be fighting against Ryan Ocasio in
Yes.
in Rough Championship over in Phoenix, Arizona. And
Yes, yes.
that Ocasio is Roman's fighter, correct?
Correct, and actually, since we lost that match for the show that with the War
On July
Games
11th,
moved
yeah.
their show, Roman helped me save that match for the same day. We just moved it to another show.
Yeah, shout out.
That just
thank
goes
you,
to
man.
show
Yeah.
that, you know.
Yeah, quick shout out to Roman and Richie over
Making things happen.
at Rough in Phoenix, Arizona, for because we were scheduled to fight at what was it? It was the War Games
War Games,
in
July 11th
Oceanside,
in
California on
Oceanside.
July 11th. It was a
Yes.
it was a show that I think it was being funded by GSP, wasn't it?
No, GSP was going to be the commentator
He
there.
was going to be I'm sorry. There you go. But it was supposed to be a big show in Oceanside on July 11th, and Esteban was going to fight Ryan Ocasio on that card. And then at the last minute, we had gone down to Southern Cal to go do our medicals. And after we got done with our medicals, you hit me up and you were like, "Hey, they're postponing the show to October." And I was like, "Motherfucker, dude!"
Yes.
and then you came up with the idea, like, "Hey, let me get on the phones. Let me find out if we can keep this match at another promotion." And then I'm like, "Man, that is fucking badass for you to," because we were dead set on fighting on July 11th. And then you got a hold of Roman and Richie over there at Rough, and man, we're fighting on July 11th against Ryan Ocasio. A kid from Florida that is managed by, I believe, Roman and them.
Yes.
And man, we're gonna go out to the Gila Resort in Phoenix, Arizona, on July 11th, and we're gonna put on a fucking show. We're gonna put on a show in the desert.
That's right. Heck yeah, heck yeah.
So
but things like that. That's where I say, us matchmakers. Hey, there's enough fighters out there. We can all work together, and we can make these guys' dreams come true. If they want to really become fighters, between all these shows, we work together and say, hey, I lost this fight, and I'm not going to be able to save it because the promotion moved 4 months forward.
Yeah.
Are you guys interested in putting this fight on? And they were like, heck yeah. So things like that, it's being unselfish is what it's called. You can't be. It's being somebody that says, I just want to help out. I want to have these fighters competing, and I want to make sure everybody stays as busy as they want to be.
Bro,
and that's what I say is I'll keep your fighters as busy as they want to. Organizations, I'm able to do that. And then with the relationships I have with the other guys, I can really do it. You know what I mean?
And then you're right. It's helpful on your part that that you got a team like us that's willing to say, dude, we'll fight every month. If you get us opponents, we'll fight every month as long as we're healthy and we're doing our end over here. We don't really turn down too many fights. We're always hunting.
Oh, I know. I've asked you after a fight. Actually, I think it was Esteban that I said, "Hey, do you want to book him next week?" And you're like, "Yes."
Yeah.
And I was just playing. I wanted to see if you would fight.
Weight's already there, so might as well.
Yeah, and as long as the sanctioning body okays it, if it's after 7-8 days,
7 days.
we'll fight.
Yeah, 7 days. But I did it just to see if you guys were down, and right away, let's go.
Maquina listo, cabrones.
Maquina listo, for sure, man, for sure.
All right, man. Hey.
Without a team like you guys, man, like I said, you guys are a matchmaker's dream team because of that.
Yeah, no, you know what? I sometimes, I wish we had a bigger team, but I realize how much dedication, consistency, and just honestly relentlessness it takes to actually be a Maquina. So it's like, I'm not the type of guy that wants to just produce fighters so that I can put on fights. I want to produce elite, top-notch killers, you know. So, so the fact that I don't have a big team, but you guys are, you know, you're working with Roman, you're working with Richie, you're working with Brandon, you're working with George Dodd out over at Clinch Fight Club. What's up, George?
Yeah, George's an awesome promoter, man.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, bro. It's. I think if we create these ripples to bring fighters together in this very kind of wholesome kind of like, dude, there's enough success for everybody. You know, I think we can really kind of blow up some of these regional promotions, man. And you know us, we'll travel anywhere to fight anybody whenever it's set up. You know. So
yep, for sure. Again, and you guys live up to that. So I'm here to testify to that. You guys live up to it, and I appreciate you guys, just like I appreciate all the other gyms that I work with.
Everybody that gives us an opportunity is going to get our respect and our admiration. So, man, hey. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast, man.
You're very welcome, man. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, good luck over at Arena Wars that you're putting on over in, what was the name of that city again in Oregon?
Clackamas.
All right, yeah, I was going to ruin that if I tried to say that. Hey, man.
It's my first time here, too, and it's looking like it's going to be a great show.
All right, well, good luck out there, man. Hope you guys kill it tonight. And
thank you.
And we'll be talking soon because, you know, as soon as July 11th is over, win, lose, or draw, we're going to turn around and look for somebody else to fucking hunt down. So
absolutely.
We'll be talking soon, my brother.
Órale, gracias, Esteban. Thank you, man, for having me on this, and let's keep the ball rolling. And those listeners that are out there want to keep traveling and want to keep fighting, man. I can make it happen for you guys. So
you got it, brother. Hey, send our best to Queen Nelva.
I sure will. Muchas gracias.
All right, a ti.
Órale.
Later, brother. Oh yeah, so that was super refreshing. That was exactly what I wanted to share with everybody on this podcast. Because when we come on this podcast, like I don't celebrity search. I don't call people and be like, "Hey, you want to be on my podcast?" I think of the people that I already contact and work with. Yeah. Because it's without them, there's no us.
And it makes the conversation much more smoother as well because we have a natural chemistry with those people because we've just naturally have come across their paths. And,
and then our interest is we're all in kind of going in the same direction.
It's the growth of whoever wants to be involved.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like it can go that way or it can go the other way, kind of like, you know, your last opponent. Yeah. You know, where, you know, I basically told his coach to, you know, fuck off. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's personal business, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because there's got to be a certain amount of trust when you sign on the dotted line to fight somebody 8 weeks from now. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be that trust that they're going to show up, make weight, you know, stay respectful, you know, and shit like that. And I know there's a lot of shit talking in this game, and I know that sells fights. But the reality is nothing sells more than carnage. Violence, legal violence, and the UFC card from last weekend proved that. Mm-hmm. I personally didn't like the middle of the card. I thought there was mismatches. It looked good on paper, but at the end of the day, there was finishes. Mm-hmm. So when there's finishes,
every fight was a finish, huh?
That's what I'm saying. And then I thought about it, and then I thought, dude, that's matchmaking mastery right there. To put names together, but understand the schematics of their skills. They got the people to finish, and they got the people to finish that they wanted to finish. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It was good business for the UFC for Hokit to win. It was good business for Rufy to win. It was good business for Bo Nickel to win. It was good business for all of the guys that won.
I think the bump up in fight bonus also motivated people.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, like the Zahabi fight, you know, the fuck was that? Like, I get it. You know, they're world renowned. Yeah. But you know, like, I would never ever tell any of you guys to start on your back foot unless it was to throw that right hand. off your back foot, you know. So there was strategies and stuff that, as a combat purist, I'm always analyzing stuff. I'm not judging shit. I have an opinion, like everybody has an opinion. People don't like it, you know. Fuck it, you know. I don't like everybody's opinion, you know, but you're entitled to it. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what we train for. You know, Tay, you had a fight. What was it? A week or 2 weeks ago?
May 9th.
May 9th. We just came back from vacation.
Yeah.
And I didn't
Oh wait,
even.
no, was it boxing match?
The boxing match. Yeah.
That was June 7th.
Yeah. All right. I don't even know because I don't keep track of dates. I live day by day. But thank you, Ben. And I don't even really I didn't even really know your opponent. You know, shout out to Benjamin's Boxing and Lightning Lila over there in San Ramon. Thank you guys for the opportunity. Lila is a 7-time USA
National champion.
national champion,
And,
2-time Olympic qualifier,
Yes.
Olympic team qualifier, and what a pleasant little girl.
Yeah.
What a pleasant little girl. What a Coach Ali over there too. Man, that was one thing that I really liked about, you know, the exchanges with the boxing community, and
Yes.
they are very they're very respectful, very humble,
Very.
and man, she was a dog.
She was.
She was. I mean, you went in there. It was your 4th fight in boxing.
Fourth boxing
you know,
match.
you're in the open category,
Yes.
which I believe you're willing to fight anybody
Yeah.
in boxing. So whether they got 33 fights or whether they got, you know, 20 some odd fights, whether they got 1 championship or 7 championships. So like for us, that's normal, but we got a really good reception over at Benjamin's Boxing.
Yes.
You fought a really tough girl that couldn't get any fights. It's hard to get you fights.
Yeah.
You know, so you had to make some adjustments in that first round because of her
Yeah.
speed. But I think you performed well. We had some really awesome people come up to us. You know, you want to elaborate on that a little bit for the people out there?
So again, it was my 4th fight, and like he said, I'm willing to fight anybody, no matter how many championships, no matter how many fights they have. So of course I went in there, and I didn't really know anything about her until after the fight. And she was very fast. I mean, her nickname's Lightning. So I saw her shorts, I saw her skirt, and I was like, she's gonna be fast, you know. And she was. And I took that first round to adjust. I feel like in a lot of my fights, I take that first round to like.
Yeah, you are. You're
Yeah.
not. You're a slow starter.
Yeah,
You
I
like
take
to-
that first round to adjust. And then in the second round, I felt better in the second round, and I started feeling myself a little bit. And there was a few moments where I had her, but I didn't capitalize on it. And I mean, that's why I got the loss.
It was. I think we had talked about it. It was being first, and then and throwing 3, 4 multiple strikes.
More than 2 strikes.
You know,
yeah.
and in boxing, you're learning that the footwork and the angles, the shoulder positioning,
Yeah.
your timing and your distance it's much more critical in boxing.
Yes.
That's why, you know, boxing it's tough. Boxers, because they specialize in boxing, if you go in and you don't have that kind of training, boxers give you problems. You know, so it's one of those things where for us it's a learning curve, and again, she's youth amateur. So like the way we look at it, like I don't really give a shit about records when you're in
Development.
youth, because you're not even amateur. You're youth
Amateur.
youth amateur. And I know that a lot of kiddos out there, they bump up their accolades, and they really, you know, I see a lot of stuff on social media, but at the end of the day, it's all just kind of practice and experience, and we kind of take it like that. That's why we're willing to fight whoever, because at the end of the day, win, lose, or draw, you find out a little bit something about yourself, huh?
Yeah.
And you found out a little something about yourself,
Yeah.
huh?
The little stuff I definitely need to clean up in boxing, but
The aggression.
the aggression. yes.
Yeah, and it's funny because you've literally been raised by some aggressive ass motherfuckers. Yeah. So yeah, no. So everything we took out of that fight was solid. So it was one of those things where, you know, I was proud of you in spite
Thank
of,
you.
of not getting the nod, you know. And like I said, we're not like at the end of the day, it's about execution. If we spend 6-7 weeks practicing something and you go out there and you don't execute it, best believe that's the first fucking thing I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I'm gonna say. And then if you go out there and you do execute, guess what? That's the first fucking thing I'm gonna say is fuck, you executed. That was beautiful, you know? And I think sometimes, you know, people get in their feelings about fighting. And the reality is that fighting is not about feelings. Fighting is not about feelings. So if you're out there and you fight and you work with feelings, understand that you're missing a great part of this fight game if you're working with feelings. I was listening to an interview of Justin Gaethje, and he literally said, I love the guy, man. Congratulations to Justin Gaethje.
Well deserved.
To your family,
Well
bro,
deserved.
to everything you're about, homeboy,
Yeah.
because Maquinas are cut in that cloth. And Gaethje made it, he said, I don't have emotion. I love it. Yeah, I don't have emotion. You know, I wish I could be as cold as that. You know, but I'm not. I'm not fighting at the elite top level like he is. He has to be like that. I have emotion. I think you can utilize emotion to a certain extent, but at the end of the day, objectively looking at it, when you're in a fist fight with somebody that's skilled, emotion is your worst fucking enemy.
It does. It does become.
You know, I've noticed in your fights that there's times where you get emotional, and we get to see the dog in you. You know, and I like that because, but it still needs to be refined.
Yeah.
You know, because I like that. You know, I'm like that. You hit me, and I'll tell you, hey, that was a good fucking punch. Come here. Come here, motherfucker. Let's do this. You know, because at the end of the day, it's not about getting hit. It's about what you're going to do after you get hit. The getting hit is inevitable. You know, it doesn't matter how good you are. Look at Ilya.
It's a fight.
Ilya found
be
that
okay
shit
with
out,
it.
you know,
Yeah.
with all his gimmicks and shtick and shit. You know, he found that out. You know, and then he came back and he humbly said, "Dude handed me
Yeah.
my ass.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's what the fuck fighting's about, man. So like this last weekend, everybody out there that's a casual fucking combat fan, you know, if you watch the Ilya Taporia, Justin Gaethje, that's what fucking fighting's all about right there, man. You can hype shit up all you want. You can talk shit. You can sell the fight. You can do this and that. But at the end of the day, you go out there and it's your preparation and skill set against the other man's preparation and skill
It's the
set.
end product that really matters.
It's the end result, man.
Yep.
So you know you can fucking you can fill this game with egos, strategies, tactics, methodology. At the end of the day, brothers, it's a fucking fight. Whether it's a boxing match, it's a kickboxing match, it's an MMA match, and at the end of the day, if you don't have that energy centered, good fucking luck.
Yeah, you'll end up getting your own way.
You can, and that's why I think it's funny, and you know, we have, as the nobodies that prepare for anybody, I do take a lot of pride and a lot of ownership of what we do here, you know, but it's because of that. It's because I'm trying to build, I'm not trying, we're fucking building. We're building people cut from the cloth of the best in the world. And if you're not willing to go to the extent, to sacrifice to the extent that I believe we do on a daily basis, you will never reach those heights, right? So it's like the reality is the only way to get there is to kind of unapologetically just fucking do it. Just do it. Just keep doing it and then keep throwing yourself out there against the fucking best. You're fighting Ocasio. He's 5-1. He's a prospect. He hasn't fought in 2 years, but he's impressive.
Yeah.
He's impressive. He's a Division I wrestler
Yep.
from Citadel.
Yep.
You know,
Skilled individual.
and we're respecting him completely, man.
Yeah.
You know, and on July 11th, we're going to find out a little bit about him. We're going to find out a little bit about us, and the people that tune in to watch. You guys are going to get a fucking show.
Absolutely. It'll be prospect against prospect, and the best man's going to win.
Yeah, and then we're okay with that. And that you know, That's not ego, man. That's confidence. That's preparation, and that's experience. And I don't want to know anything if I didn't experience it. How about that? Life experience is life's best teacher. And if you're not willing to experience the ups, downs, the ins, outs, the shitty, the pain, the relentlessness of what it takes to succeed in the fight game, bro, you ain't really a fighter. You ain't really a fighter. And that's my opinion. You can agree, disagree with it. It doesn't matter. It's not about emotion. It's about, well, put it in the cage, put it in the ring, put it on camera. And I'm not talking about social media fucking, editing and shit. I'm talking about like actually grinding and doing it. And I think it's funny because you hear the terminology iron sharpens iron. But when motherfuckers actually have to be the iron sharpening the iron or be the product of iron sharpening iron, you start to realize that fucking shit hurts. Mm-hmm. It hurts. It hurts now. It hurts later. It hurts all the fucking time.
And you got to do it every day.
And you got to do it every fucking day. So in my mind, I don't fight for ego. I don't train for ego. I don't do anything for ego. I do everything for advancement. Because without sacrifice, there is no advancement. So at the end of the day, we are who we say we are, and we are what we do. Mm-hmm. So we just got to keep doing what we're doing. Tay, I believe you're a top prospect, but not because of your record, because of your heart, because of your work ethic.
Thank you.
Yeah, not because we're not padding shit around here. Misa, you're deep in the fight game, and we appreciate all the insight and all the knowledge that you've accumulated. Because we're hermits, we stay in here and we just fucking we're Maquina, man. We're Maquina. This is a shop. This isn't a gym. We come here to sharpen and to train. Fucking exercise. You want to exercise, man? Go to kickboxing, fucking cardio kickboxing. We're here to sharpen each other and literally take each other to depths that other people aren't willing to go to on a daily basis. Not on, oh, well, this week we're going to go fucking light, and then next week, it's like even when we're going light, we're making sure that the volume and the pressure and the oxidative fucking stress levels are fucking high. Mm-hmm. That's why we don't train for 6-8 hours a day. I mean, shout out to all those Russians out there that do that shit. We'll be looking for fights with you motherfuckers, but the reality is that we condense our time to just being a dog ass 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, you've done a good job at creating that program to allow the body to recover.
Yes.
Because the amount of work and effort that we put on our bodies, we need that recovery. We need that recovery to be able to level up and to be able to keep doing this for as long as we want to. Well,
and then the way we train, it enables us to take a punch and keep coming.
Yep.
So, and that's why it's funny, Tyson made the quote famous, is everybody want to be a fighter until they get punched. Mm-hmm. Well, the reality is that nobody wants to be a Maquina, because being a Maquina means that you're going to have to take getting punched. And then you're going to have to dig deep inside and then punch back and then continue to come forward and fucking punch. Even though you're getting fucking grabbed on, you're getting kicked on, you're getting fucking, I mean, there's been fights where, like the Shaner fight, Shaner was fucking putting it on you for the first fucking minute and a half, and then he started going to his wrestling, and all you did was stay calm and kept fighting.
Yeah.
Kept fighting.
Yeah.
And then you landed that one.
Landed the shot.
And then that's it. Shout out to Jason Shaner. He's
Absolutely,
fighting over at Arena Wars with
Carlos.
With Carlos and Brandon Miller and them. Good luck this weekend, my brother. So it's this is who we are. So if we do a podcast, it's really to shed light and give flowers to the people that support and give us opportunities, and then give us an opportunity to kind of relate to, like, try to convey that this is who we are. Why? Because I'm shitty at social media. I fumble with it. She's got to go through a lot of it, and she'll tell me like, "Dad, don't do that," and I'll be like, "Ah, why not?" You know, and she'll be like, "Cause that's kind of you're being a dick," and I'm like, "All right, cool. I don't want to be a dick like to everybody. I just to the ones that deserve it." You know. So you know, it's a process for us, and that's one thing I think people don't realize is everybody wants the end results, but nobody really wants
Create the product.
yeah.
Creation is what matters.
And to me, it's
Yeah.
like, dude, I like to marinate in the process. I like to marinate in the process. I like to just, I mean, almost so much that my life revolves around you guys. My life revolves around my seniors. You got to work with them this week.
Yeah, it was a blast.
That was a blast. So like and that's why I think the people that don't know me,
Talk about motivation, though.
holy
You
shit,
see an old man working out and doing their thing. It's like, what's your excuse?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
82 years old, 68 years old, 66 years old, and then every one of them with Parkinson's,
Yep.
with a neurological disorder. You know what I'm saying? And it's like people don't get to see that side of me. I know I've posted some stuff but I'm a horrible marketer. But I tell you what, I'm good at what the fuck I do. And I know that I'm good at what I do because I put my heart and soul into it. I don't put my fucking ego into it. So anybody out there that thinks that I got too much fucking ego, kiss my fucking ass. All right? Because if you're not here doing what we're doing, then you don't fucking understand. And I don't have the time to make people understand. But if I get a little bit of time in front of a camera, I'll tell the fucking truth. Because this is who I am all the time. And I'm never afraid to say something. And sometimes it comes off a little rude, and I don't want to be rude. I just want to be straightforward.
I think you thrive at speaking your mind.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I'm so comfortable with who I am.
It makes you genuine.
Yeah, and I'm comfortable with who I am.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's
I'm
what
nobody.
attracts people too.
I'm nobody.
Being yourself.
I'm nobody, but I know me.
Yeah.
You know, so anybody can think I'm nobody, but I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not out celebrity chasing. I'm not trying to rub shoulders with. I'm here on a daily basis giving you guys everything I got. You know, so that is Maquina Combat. Carlos Rivera, Elva, everybody that we've associated, sick Mexican fighters, fucking King of the Cage, Brian McChesney, George Dodd, everybody that we brought on, Fight Culture, Marissa, just everybody. You're all a part of us, and we are, I hope part of you guys, and together I think that we can all succeed and we can all do our shit. And at the end of the day, if you fight long enough, motherfucker, you're gonna know exactly who we are. So with that said, thanks for joining us. Until the next time, because I don't know when that's gonna be. But check it out, July 11th, Esteban Gonzalez at Rough Fighting Championship over in Phoenix, Arizona. I'll be getting a hold of Roman and Richie and trying to get a little of our plane tickets and some of the logistics, but hopefully they'll be streaming it. So as soon as we get notification on where you guys could watch the fight, we'll be plugging that on our social media. As far as Maquinita, right now we're hoping maybe August 22nd for Gladiator Fighting Championship, which you guys haven't given us our fucking belt. So we're waiting on that shit, or we're waiting on a fight so we can get that fucking belt, because that's what we're there to defend. So other than that, we got Clean Art coming back. We got the Prodigy going off to college. Hopefully you guys will see him at Combat U here, hopefully by August. By September, October, I think they were. Hector Fajardo over there, the director, was talking about putting on a show. So look, man, we're not going nowhere. All we're going to do is more of what we've been doing these past years, and we're just going to get better at doing what we do. And whoever wants to come along for the ride and support, we got nothing but love and respect for you guys. Till next time, stay strong.